What's good, y'all? It's just Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. We got an audio today. It is time to move out your hometown, okay? Excuse me, y'all. It's time to move out your hometown. This is something that a lot of men and women never do. They never move out their hometown. They're scared of the unknown, but they're not realizing that there's so many opportunities outside of their hometown. I believe this is especially hard for people who grow up in pretty decent areas. Like, I grew up in LA, bro. LA, really good weather, good people, already a nice diverse amount of people, already a good area for like working out, like for what I want to do, like being basically having an online business and also having a decent social circle and being around attractive women. I could do all that in LA, right? So I think especially if you come from a pretty good area where you already have a lot of opportunities, it could be harder for you to move out, as opposed to if I grew up in like the middle of Montana, then I'd be like, of course I'm gonna move out. But it's like, regardless of where you grow up, I want you guys to understand that the world is so big. And even outside of the world, even if you never live outside the country, our society, just America, is so big, right? Like, even in California, I told you guys I grew up in LA, even going to Northern California, like my sister, she went to Northern California for college. Obviously, she grew up in LA as well. Even Northern California is very different than Southern California. So even that, just moving outside of your hometown, there's benefits, meeting new people, new opportunities, right? It's so important, guys. A lot of people, they stay in their hometown for so long and they say that they want change. And I agree that the fastest way to change your environment is to change yourself. But it's like, at the same time, man, why not change both? Why not change yourself, and why not change your environment and meet new people? I'm moving to Texas in less than a week, y'all. And I'm in Oregon right now, which is where I went to college. And I'm from LA. Right, and I've been to a few different states, but I've lived in California, lived in Oregon, and now I'm gonna live in Texas for a few years, right? And a lot of people look at me at 23 and they say, well, damn, like, I'm 23, I'm 25, I'm 27, heck, I'm 35, and I'm in my hometown. I don't know how you're able to do it. And I have a growth mindset, guys. Like, I have a mindset that allows for me to want to experience new things. I'm not reckless with my experiences, but it allows for me to not want to stay in such a bubble. It allows for me to want to try new things and want to see, what's out there. And also put myself in certain situations that might look uncomfortable from the outside looking in, but you have to be a little bit uncomfortable to grow. So for those of you guys who are interested in new opportunities and stuff, let's move out, okay? Now, what that looks like for you, it depends on where you're at in life. For some of you guys, my demographic is a little bit older, but some of you guys that might be going to college, some of you guys, it might just be saving up and moving to a different part. Like, if you live in a big state like California, Texas, New York, maybe you're just moving to a different part of that state that could offer something different. If you grew up in like a super small area, maybe that looks like moving out of your state entirely, but it has to be something, has to be something. And when you get caught up in staying in your hometown for a long time, you start to get used to certain things, right? You forget that there's more out there. And you guys don't even realize how much there is out there, man. There's so many different people that you guys can meet, that you guys could run across. There's even different women. I know a lot of you guys are men watching this, but there's different women. A lot of you guys just get stuck around the same women your whole life. And I'll probably make that a video like, are you not tired of seeing the same women, bro? I'm gonna make that a whole video. I'm gonna talk to you guys about that, because that's important. But even if you're a woman watching this, because we have some women on the channel, like, you can run into some different men, run into some different people. And then even different environments, they help you understand people. When you run into different people and being in different environments, they help you understand different types of people. Like, me being from LA, I grew up around Hispanic and Black people. So I didn't grow up around white people. So moving out to Oregon and being in a predominantly white area, it allowed for me to understand certain things about white people that I never knew, different cultures, just being around different mindsets, a different way of life, and it gives you different perspectives, which is part of the reason why for 23, I'm pretty well-rounded. And I'm not even that well-traveled. Like I said, I've only lived in 2 different states. But because of me playing basketball, playing sports, being in different areas, and being around different cultures and a multitude of people, I have a lot of experiences for 23, I would say. You know, even if you're older, some of you guys might be 35, 40. Maybe you moved out your hometown, but maybe you've been in the same area for a long time. If nothing's holding you there, and if you want to experience something new, why not move? Maybe you grew up in Texas. Maybe you moved to Atlanta and you've been there for 10, 12, 15 years. And, you know, you've seen what you need to see in Atlanta. Why not experience something different? Just why not? You know, people they just get so comfortable, guys. And comfort is really the enemy. It truly is the enemy, right? You could keep yourself. You don't have to be reckless with. When I say get uncomfortable, people think I'm saying just be reckless and damn near kill yourself. I'm not saying that. I'm saying challenge yourself to experience new things. Challenge yourself to grow. Because if you don't challenge yourself to grow, if you don't challenge yourself to experience new things, nobody's really going to do it for you. I think people forget that. Like, if you just stay at home, stay in your hometown, just get a local job, go to a local college, like nobody's going to come force you to experience new things in the world. So you have to be self-motivated to want to experience new things, want to try new things. And you know, most of the people that you guys are inspired by, whether that be me, whether it's not me and it's somebody else online, a lot of them, they had to move out their hometown. A lot of them had to move out their hometown. You know, you're also even able to, you know, a lot of us who are on our self-development journey, we go through changes, right? We have different mindsets. We start taking our diet and our physique more seriously, our finances, our mindset. We cut off vices, and then we stay around people who still remember us from our vices, right? You want to lose weight, you want to eat healthier, and you have been, but you're still in your hometown where everybody remembers you as that fat kid, or you want to get your lust under control, but you're still in your hometown where everybody remembers you as that person that used to sleep around a lot. You know, so not only are you able to change when you move out your hometown, because you could change in your hometown, that's correct. But you could, if you move out your hometown and you change and you develop yourself to improve, then you almost give yourself a clean slate. You know, you give yourself a little bit of a clean slate. You changed. You don't have people remembering you in your old identity when you move to your hometown, when you move out your hometown. So you're able to damn near, I mean, your track record is still your track record, but because nobody around you really knows it, you're able to show them at face value who you want to be known for, right? If I go back home right now, people are gonna know me as like a basketball guy. And I'm not that guy anymore. Like, I have my own thing going on. So like, that's something like, if I go back home and people see, oh, Randall has a self-development business, like it's kind of out of whack. Like nobody knew me for self-developing. People knew me for basketball. People knew me for, I don't know what they knew me for, but pretty much just basketball, right? But if I get back home and I'm on my fitness stuff, my nutrition stuff, and yeah, I could be myself, you know, I could have my own identity, but in a sense, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, the people who knew me when I was young, who saw a certain version of me, they're always gonna see that version of me in some degree. Whereas when I moved to Texas and people see me in great shape, and I introduce myself as a self-development coach who does online and in-person training, you know, helping people with mindset, with fitness, with dating, that's who they're gonna know me for. Like, that's my identity. They don't have anything to compare me to, so that's 100% what they'll know of me. I think that's very underrated, because maybe not for me. I mean, I have no problem, even if I was in my hometown, being fully in my identity of who I am today. But a lot of you guys who maybe have a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of self-image issues, when you're looking to make the identity shift, because there's a little bit of a lack of a congruency, you kind of feel off being in your hometown after self-development. So I want you guys to keep that in mind as well. So it will behoove all you guys who listen to this video. There's something in the background, so if you guys hear that, hope you guys can still hear me. But it would behoove all you guys who are listening to this audio to move out your hometown, to try something different, get new experiences, and see what God has in store for you, man. I'm gonna make a few more videos about this topic, actual videos, because this is a morning audio. But I hope you guys internalize this. I hope this resonates with you guys. I hope some of you guys start to maybe question and reflect a little bit. If you're in like your mid to late 20s and you've been at home this whole time, I hope you start to just question where you're at. You know, is this really what you want? Is there more in store for you? Do you feel like you're settling? Do you feel like you're too comfortable? And after you ask yourself those questions, be honest with yourself and make changes if need be. All right, this is Randall Branch. If you guys want to book a strategy, call with me or talk to me one-on-one. Access any of my personalized training or nutrition programs or join my coaching program. All that will be in the description. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Randall Branch. And I'll see you guys later today for one more video. Peace.